Hello, guys. Welcome again. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to OCC Season 3 quarterfinals weekend. And today, actually, we finally reached one of the most exciting stages of the competition where this series would definitely matter now. Every decision counts, and only the very best teams will earn their place in the semi-finals. Now, the road to the championship is becoming narrower, and from this point forward, there are no second chances. So, welcome to OCC Season 3 quarterfinal final weekends. Tonight's schedule is absolutely stacked with two incredible best of three matchups that's promise a high level Mobile Legend action from start to finish. Now, our opening series features Infinite Void. I doubt them as the old rivals, taking on the Desolators, and which I think they are. I would call them the agent of destruction. Now, Infinite Void has built its reputation through experience, discipline, and consistency, while Desolator have earned theirs by playing an aggressive, kind of fearless style capable of dismantling even the strongest opponents. And that's why they are currently in the quarterfinals. Now, with a semi-final berth on the line, expect both teams to leave everything on the battlefield. Then we move into what could very well be one of the biggest matches of the tournament so far. We've got RESPECX, known as, well, I gave them a nickname too, the Anomaly, will face the reigning kings of OCC, which is Concupiscence. Now, Concupiscence entered this quarterfinal carrying the weight of the history, having claimed both Season 1 and Season 2 championships. They are the team everyone wants to beat. Now, the benchmark for excellence within OCC, but standing in their way is Respect X, a squad that has continued to grow stronger throughout Season 3 and has shown they are more than capable of challenging the established order. Now, will the champions continue their reign, or will Respect X become the team that finally dethrones them? Tonight, every match will be played as a best of three, and that means we'll need to adapt, overcome, and prove they have what it takes to advance. One victory brings them one step closer to lifting the Season 3 trophy. Now, one defeat ends the journey. Simple as that. The action wouldn't stop there this weekend because our quarterfinal weekend will continue tomorrow with two more thrilling series where the remaining competitors will battle for the final spot in the semi-finals. The competition is only getting tougher, and every team still standing has one goal in mind, and that's becoming the next OCC champion. Now, to all our players, staff, volunteers, and everyone working behind the scene, thank you for making this tournament possible. And to every viewer joining us tonight, thank you for your incredible support. Your passion for competitive Mobile Legend is what continues to drive the growth of this amazing community. Now, the stage is set. The players are currently doing a ping check. The quarterfinal begins now. Without further ado, we're just going to go do some ping tests with our teams. Welcome, guys, to OCC Season 3 Rise from Greatest Depths. We will get the matches underway in a short moment. Hello, Vikings nè, vừa to.
See value in me?
Rocks need no protection.
Alright, looks like we got Spanning River selected as a map. Yo! Right, we have bands. We have Fredrin ban, Barcher ban,
Perspectives
typical
expose
tank
the
bans,
same truth.
CDs.
3, 2, 1.
We take a roll.
A punch for a punch.
We got Muscle ban, very typical ban for the meta. We also have Peter ban. Yep, very expected bans on the sides, and the Leslie will be taken out by Void here. One of the most dangerous marksmen in the current meta with, the burst and the true damage, all of those. And Deso is now going to have the third ban before the picking phase starts. Let's see. And we have a Mathilda ban from Deso. The Desolators taking out the flying girl. The airlines. First pick goes to Void. Catmungus will get the first pick. And we have the Akai, the recently banned Akai, picked out. True to the tank meta, despite the nerf with the Akai, is still a formidable foe.
It definitely is. I mean, it's one of the most in the current meta, or whether they played it in jungle or as a roamer, he does offer a more exceptional crowd control,
Oh,
reliable
100%.
objective security, and definitely outstanding in disruption in team fights.
100%, mate. Honestly, it's just a targeted ban. I know, targeted nerf to reduce his jungling speed. When you look at the adjustment, however, the damage is still there, and I think it actually made his ultimate much more dangerous. So if you get pinned in the wall, you might actually be much more in danger rather than the old Akai. But still, I haven't tested it.
Mm.
It's still a good pick in the meta, and I am seeing here we have a Zuchin and a YZ pick from the other side. Zuchin is also one of the heroes that got hit hard by the nerf. Obviously, she's one of the most contested heroes in pro plays, but we still see it. The Desolators picking it. YZ, of course, one of the best XP lanes expected as well. On
It
the other
is. I
side,
mean,
we have.
particularly impressive about the balance he would create with the user provides that frontline pressure and initiation, and Zushin can offer that control and consistent damage from a safe distance. Like together, I mean, they form a very well-rounded foundation. They can adapt to both aggressive skirmishes and a structured 5-on-5 team fights.
Definitely, a playmaker mage and a playmaker XP, total chaos combined. And from the other side, we see an Eve and a Kaja pick. Kaja is still a very decent pick, especially with the current meta. I know Marco loves playing Kaja. He's the one that recommended to me to play Kaja. Thunderbelt stacks, man, it can reach up to ridiculous levels, maybe 100 stacks before the
Mm.
match ends because of the passive. Honestly, I'm going to spam Cardo before he gets revamped because I'm not in.
hmm
I don't like this new ultimate, to be honest. And Eve is just one of your best mages with the control. We saw Eve during M3, M4 era, one of the most annoying mages to deal with because of the real world manipulation. Very beautiful picks from both sides.
It is, yeah. And now Kaja is arguably one of the most impactful pick. I mean, he can definitely like he's a reliable pick of tool with like divine judgment, like one of the most strongest suppression abilities in the game against heroes like Zushin who rely on that safe positioning, like I mentioned earlier, to like maximize their impact. Now Kaja can easily remove them from a fight before it even begins. Now it would possibly more likely force Desolator's backline to play a much more cautiously guessing, knowing that a single mistake in a position it could result in an immediate elimination.
100%. That is one of the dangers of the Kaja. The suppress from his ultimate divine judgment is a no zone, especially during crucial team fights.
Yeah.
Well, back onto the draft, you see that the Void picked Kaja before Deso going for Leomord. I am sort of you know, I'm sort of thinking why you would go for Leo mode even we have a Kaja pick. I think it's a little bit risky, but we will see with the gameplay that Deso will be playing here. It's the draft is not the final it's not the final what do you say with the
I
word
am
trying to
very
find the
Picks, yeah.
proper word, yeah.
retarded.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a very interesting
Yeah.
pickup because Leomord, I mean, it would provide Desolators something with the
Mm.
current up that they were looking for, a much more reliable damage threat that can maybe follow up on their existing crowd control. Now, as I said, this pick does come with some challenges though against, Akai Kajen. He needs to be very disciplined with his timing.
Yep.
Although he has the tools to dive deep, Akai and Kaja both have the excellent ways of disrupting that momentum. A poorly timed engage could result in Leo modes being isolated and immediately controlled before he can make an impact. Now, from a drop perspective, I mean, this pick tells me that Desolators are not
I've been
looking to
waiting
play
for too
slow,
long.
passive game. They're building towards a composition that wants to force fights and overwhelm opponents through a layered initiation. Now we're seeing with an E pick as well from the other side. Yes, this is a fantastic pickup. Into Desolator's current drop. I mean, you've got the real world manipulation is one of the strongest zoning ultimates in
100%.
MLBB, allowing Infinite Void to contest like objectives from turtle to lord fights without having to fully commit.
Mm.
It also makes it much harder for using to find a clean flanking angles because it can control
Come
choke
on,
points and
Dexter.
force
It's our
Desolators into
showtime.
awkward positioning.
Exactly. I am looking at Infinite Void's draft picks here. You can see that there's a lot of crowd control on the side of Infinite Void here. Very, very true to the M3 M4 meta. This can be countered, I would say, with a Diggy pick, but we'll see with Dessa and how they would respond. But I'm looking at a lot of crowd controls on the side of Infinite Void here.
I can
Experience
see
the
the Claude
euphony of
pick for
suffering.
Desolators. I mean, Infinite Void's got quite a tanky lineup on them if they pick this Alice. Now for what they're building
I am
so
not the
far, they're
only
definitely
one
going to
bound by
provide
these
a
chains.
much more strong initiation and disruption from the front line. Now, Claude will give them that late game insurance they need. I mean, his strength comes from his ability to deal massive area of effect damage through, the blazing duet, and especially when opponents are forced to group together during those objectives.
Yep.
Hoot hoot! Horology is my craft. Diggy is my name.
Mhm. Diggy. Yeah, yeah. My prediction, mate. My prediction. Yeah. I would say I would say it's the most logical pick on the side of the Desolators here. Look at those four heroes. You have four crowd control heroes. Like the most logical picks has to be Diggy. Like we have a tank crowd control meta that's just the most logical pick. And I love your point with a Claude there. Definitely, you need a lot of time and investment with a Claude. If you can't play Claude properly, he's basically useless in the late game. So it is a bit of a risk with Claude here. So they have to protect Zaya here. He has to be online in the late game so that they can secure the victory. Otherwise, if they fail in the early
5
game, it will
seconds till
be
the
big
enemy
trouble.
reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Hmm. Yep. Let us go back to the Land of Dawn on the bottom side, the XP layer. We have the Phobos and the Yuzong there. Tianzhen on the Phobos. Thunder and Rain for the E. Catmongers with the Ranger, or Catmongers, such a familiar name, been around OCC for a while. Pumpkin with the Karja and Azen for the Akai. What to do the other team? Marco. Right, top side here with the
First blood.
right, test, mic, test, right, cool, I should be back. Alrighty. Sorry for the interruption. Right, mid lane clash here with Phantom Steed. Looks like it's going to be first blood Thunder Ray fall onto Infinite Void. Bad start on the side of that lane here. And first turtle of the game is on the bottom side.
Red team has slain the turtle.
Players going
Red
first
team
to get
hero
to.
has
I
been
don't think a
slain.
contestation might be possible here.
Red team hero has been
Zong.
slain.
Black Dragon form already casted all investments on that turtle, and they will be secured by Infinite Void. Real Manipulation takes down the Diggy. As the counterplay now happens.
Red team hero has been slain.
That is 2-1 on the side of that turtle there. What a start turtle. Oh, much more over there. Make it 3 on the side of Deso there. That is a total plus 3 kills. Classic fight here going on. Just a bit of chill. Natural laning on here. Here comes the first items. See the Akai building towards the Curse Helmet. Eve towards the Going Wand. And then the Cow is building towards the Thunder Belt. There's another clash in the mid lane here. But there won't be any casualties at the moment. Just testing the waters. Catmongers there, going for the Sky Piercer. Diggy, interesting build by the Diggy. I'm not sure what he's trying to build there. Claw with a crash side, and the War Axe for that Leomord. It's a bit of just exchanging skills here and there, both sides. Right, 15 seconds before the first turtle will spawn, and it looks like Deso and Void will be contesting quite well here. The composition, Infinite Void here, multiple tanks and Gravity Hole, having the upper hand and bit of position, but there's still a bit of counterplay on the side of Infinite Void with HTD. Real Manipulation will go, and Azen will secure that turtle. Black Dragon form ultimate here with their casted. I have no idea what's going on at the moment, but we have 2 deaths on the side. On the side of Void there. 3 kills, a turtle, but 3 deaths. That is not a good deal. But it is quite confusing. Even I am confused with the teams. I am so sorry about that. Flash 2 agents to go to GG.
Red team hero has been slain.
Casual lighting play at the moment. Push play here for Void, looking to try and secure that position. Oh, here comes. Azen will take that position down. 0-1. Crucial to not trying to get kept on. The Retribution will be casted there. But no, looks like. Oh wait. Mine. Not
Blue team
enough
turret
to
has
kill
been
it.
destroyed.
3 ultimates will be casted there. Thunders and Rain will be the victim there, saving the live cat Thunders, but might be a countdown. Crucial goal and objective side of Desolators here, as the turtle spawn 5 seconds on the top lane. When the Ziggy has no ultimate, he will go down. Taken by Kenton, Bogus, comes to third.
Red team hero has been slain. Red team hero has been slain.
But now he gets pinned on the wall by an ally. Cat Monkey takes down the YZ. This is a disaster on the side of the Desolators here. That's 3, 4, perhaps make it 4, and they're trying to get the suture with a real world manipulation to secure him, preventing his escape.
Red team
That
turret
is
has been
4
destroyed.
people down, plus 8 turrets. GG 4 times, bro. Plus another tower secured. Alright, is it better now? Testing. No. I'd say continue. That is the disastrous last turtle. Yes, quite stressful, that is true. Disastrous turtle there on the side of Deso. Mid lane push here.
Red team turret has been destroyed. Blue team has slain the Lord. Killing spree. Blue team hero has been slain. Double kill. Red team turret has been destroyed. Red team turret has been destroyed.
Alright, where was I? I don't think I can increase my mic's volume.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Oh, yeah. Alright, wait, test. Alright, cool beans. Alright, sorry, I'm so sorry everyone. I should have probably not just read the chats. But yeah, try not to be too much toxic, mate. We're literally understaffed. There's like 3 people, and yeah, I'm literally just hard rolling this literal game all by my own. I literally have mental blocks. I am so sorry. I don't want to rant all of that. Anyways, all right. Looks like the first order goes onto the side of Void here. Predictable map control with the draft pick. I mean, you have 4 crowd control heroes, and there's literally nobody tanking on the side of Deso here. Yep, no worries, mate. I understand. The times are rough right now, and yep, there's total map control on the side here of Infinite Void. This is quite a difficult game to turn around at this point, but it's still a clod, you know. You never know. But anyhow, they're just pretty much boxed up in their base. They need to get a crucial pick off here. Perhaps at least the Granger, if not the Eve. Or maybe if the Diggy can save them with their ultimate. But regardless, I am not confident at all. Right, second Lord of the game will start here, and it looks like it might be a free turtle on the side of Infinite Void. This is scary. Yep, this free Lord, total domination. GG 5 times. But that's pretty much it for game 1. I'm so biased right now. It's just really one-sided. Just total map control. But we'll see. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to the Desolators here. It's not over till it's over. It could still be, you know. Right, mid lane here. Minions, super minions coming on to charge. And ultimate, the Divine Judgment will get that Lemo, but he will not be taken down. But Petrify kills here and there, casted. Nope. Very dead there, but it is not enough. The damage on the side of the Desolator is not enough. Towers falling, the kills casted. 2 inhibitors down as Void is closing into the base, but the Discipline, they will fall back for now. It looks like we have a pause that happened here. Might be an issue on one of the team's side. Please wait for a moment, so our staff will take care of it. But yeah, let's look at the builds. Akai there, Kurt's helmets. Blade armor, chastised pauldron, Athena shield. Those are definitely anti-clawed items. The Eve there with the glowing wand, the Ice Queen wand, very typical for an Eve's build. And now casual build, Thunder belts. Dominance Ice, Radiant Armor. Radiant Armor. I won't do Radiant Armor. There's not really a lot of damage when it comes to the Suchin. But it looks like the game is resuming now, so let's get back into the game. And yeah, it's pretty much just total map control that I can say. Well, if you could, I mean, you still have the Claude, as you said earlier. The damage is not there at the moment, but I would say that even with all of the crowd control skills that's being destroyed by Infinite Void there, I do saw in the last clash the importance of the Diggy. You see the Diggy's was it Flying Through Time, the name of the ultimate, just saving them in the nick of time and preventing those crucial pick-offs that Void can do against the Desolators there. You thought that the Lemo would die, but nope, Diggy just saved him. And here's the third total of the match. Void here, trying to start it, but look at those crowd controls being stopped by the Diggy there. And they have a catch attack factor now, and team fight is definitely not all close, but no, Idol will still secure the Lord over there, and Pumpkin 2 will fall down as Desu will try to escape. Still, the domination is still there from the early game. Nice try though. Yep.
Blue team hero has been slain.
That is definitely crucial pickup on the side of Void. Alright, no, Deso, holy shit. I'm always confusing these. Alright, rough day. But as you can see here, it is anyone's game, as you said in a moment. 17 minutes here we're going, but everyone's got the items, and looks like Deso is now making the plays themselves. Look at that. Diggy ultimate there, and with the claw finally going online, killing spree, but it looks like he did a bit of an overcommit there, and now it's just anybody's game. It's 13-13 now. The gold league doesn't matter, everyone's got the items, it's just a matter of clicking and the skills aside of both teams. Wow. That's quite a match. It's not as one-sided as I thought it was. Bias caster, GG, report this caster, super biased. But no, nice try on the side of Deso though. That was that could have been a comeback, I would say. 100%. I would definitely say that Deso's desperately trying to make some place around the middle part of the game where sometimes it's a bit weird why they're clashing and engaging all the time. And I think it's those decisions, those micro decisions in the game that are making them actually suffer rather than, grabbing the crucial items that they needed to fight and make a comeback. Good analysis, Sir Marco.
Rough void at this stage. They need to be more smarter, more intelligent when it comes to their pickings, because at the end of this thing, I mean, the finals, that's what's on hands. You can't just possibly randomly pick a Diggy. And I understand why the Diggy pick was there, but unfortunately, they just kind of didn't make it work. Now, they need to be able to draft a much more better one for this next round. And hopefully, we can see that on the side of Deso. Now, we are starting game 2 with Deso as first pick.
100% with that observation. You would think that in theory the Diggy would make a good role, but again. Yep. Marcel's just infamous with his ultimate. That is one of the best ultimates in the game. A perfectly placed ultimate, regardless whether you have the
Different
advantage or
perspectives
if you are
expose
on
the same
the
truth.
sort of losing side. I wouldn't say losing side though. You can just turn around everything with the Marcel's ultimate. The frozen time as well, his passive. As long as he touches you, you're just dead. And that's just there's a lot of opportunities for pickups over there. We also seen an Akai ban here, very good ban. As we said earlier in the draft from game number 1, the nerf doesn't matter. The hero's value is still there. And just to add on your point with the Mathilda, I love how you highlighted all of her, you know, perks when it comes to the mobility. I would say that she is also considered an assassin, at least in game. If you build or know her other gameplay, you could technically, in a 1v1 situation, even be able to burst out the fragile heroes like assassins, mage, and even marksmen. But yeah, we have another Berkshire ban as well. Again, very, very normal with the meta right now.
Sniper ready. Give me a target.
Yeah.
See value in me? You should.
We have a Fredrin open and taken by the Desolators over here. That will be the jungler, and it will be answered with a Guinevere pick and a possible Mia pick here, trying to be
I'm born
chosen
with
by
talent.
the S2. But nope, it will be a Kaja pick. There we go. Another Kaja. It looks like the
I am the power
priority
of
would
light
be
incarnate.
the suppress ability on the side of Void here.
Crowned by heaven's mandate, my legacy shall endure.
Let them play the hero. I will be the truth this world desperately needs.
Yep, good analysis there. 100%. I would just add on that how the first response picks, by the way, by Void here are CC heroes. I think the Guinevere would be played out as a tank Guinevere. Might also be a hybrid, but with what you said and how you could do pickups, that is definitely one of the beauty of those two heroes. And now I see a Valentina pick. Oh, that is very beautiful. You can just steal anybody's ultimate, and with the tank meta, this Valentina is
Horology is my
probably
craft.
going to be
Dicky is my
meta.
name.
We haven't seen a lot at the moment, but I would predict that in the upcoming, international tourneys, Valentina is going to be one of the most contested heroes as well. We have a Diggy ban here. Interesting ban. I I don't think it's a threat at the moment because you had Deso pick the Diggy earlier, so I think that ban could have been much more better if it's a different hero. But I guess they got annoyed with the Diggy in the last game. Carry ban on the side of Deso here. They don't want somebody to melt the tanks. I don't see any Claude ban yet, so let's see how this draft will still go.
My tail's been itching for a real fight.
I am vengeance incarnate.
Come on, Dexter. It's our showtime.
Another thing with the Valentina pick, you can also actually build her as a hybrid, at least as a mage plus tank. So as you said, with the flexibility, that is definitely a very, very flexible pick. And another thing with the Valentina, it's very strategic because any hero that will be picked after the Valentina, those has to be, heroes that you could minimize the ultimates that can be stolen.
Mighty oaks from little acorns grow.
It's a meta. Well,
I will choose my own path.
On Void side now, this is also quite a massive and also aggressive, mechanically demanding composition. I mean, Atlas is a fantastic addition because he will give Void another layer of crowd control, and he offers more consistent form of disruption than can continue threatening Desolators throughout extended fights. So, without further ado, I think the quarterfinal battle will now come down to execution. Whoever controls the pace of these teams will likely to control the game. Now we are on game one, round two, Desolators versus Void. We are about to start the match.
right, here we go. Emotes couple there. Ooh, might be my Wi-Fi actually. Let's go back into the land of Dawn. On the Desolator side here, we have Nate with the Zetyan. We have a Bellaric for the Roam. Schofield for the jungle. Zaya with the Nathan and Sato with the YZ. On the other side, we have Valentina with Thunder and Rain, Tianjin with the Arlet, Catmongers with the Claude, and Pumpkin, Kaja, and Aizen with that enemy jungle. Very interesting matchup. Match point on the side of Infinite Void, and it will all come down to execution, as Marco did say. Flicker will be burned out here. Bit of clash in the mid lane. That is a crucial burning of Flicker there, 2 minutes.
Alright, call me a little bit ignorant when it comes to this, but I'm still trying to get my head around the idea to why they are not getting the buff. Oh, we've got the first blood, Nate through Aizen. That's gonna come down, and Queenie B, it's only an early stage.
Good bit, man.
We need to relax a little bit. It was a little bit aggressive, and I understand what your team is currently building when it comes to the draft that you did, but that was way too early, so you're gonna be punished. And now that would give the Fedrin a little bit of space to kind of, go around the jungle area and hopefully, get a little bit of gold up.
Normally when it is the early game, if you are the jungler, I would not recommend going into clashes, even mini skirmishes, unless you have a level 4, because if you die, that is going to set you back for the entire game, and we saw that happen here, as we now have the first turtle spawning on the top side.
Now we are now seeing a little bit of a clash. We got Winnipeg coming up to the turtle. Desolator probably not. They are going to contest. You've got
Phoenix.
You've got Sato zoning. Pumpkin, almost.
Here then casted, but Thunder and Rain will be the victim. Kofi will be destroyed. Double kill for that Arlet. And it looks like Desolator side here on the brink of defeat. No, wait. Will be able to fight. Okay. Not as much badly as I expected, but Tianjin, it looks like the Playmaker still chasing through Aizen. will secure that
Mega
turtle.
kill.
Mega kill for Tenzin. Holy. I expect TC.
We're only just coming up with the first 3 minutes of the game, but we are seeing we're now seeing a 4-2 on favor of Void once again. They are just definitely having a much better map control when it comes to this, especially with their draft. I mean, this is what they do, right? I mean, Infinite Void has been one of the oldest team that ever existed, I think, in our region, and they know what they're doing. I mean, these are all calculated compositions and gameplay. It's not just a simple, hey, let's go over there and take the buff. No, they always have an agenda, and it's either we take the blue buff, we'll sacrifice 3 of you, but then we will get the objectives, and I see that happen on that turtle side. It's just a brilliant display of skills from Void. Now, Desolators need to be able to come up with something a little bit more strategic, and they need to play this smartly. Otherwise, we might see an end to their run in OCC Season 3.
I don't want another one-sided match here, but with that last flash, with 4 kills well with their armors, that just says something with the experience as well as the time they have played in OCC. 25
really
seconds
shows.
for the turtle. But yeah, map control, as you can see here on the side of Infinite Void. I just think it might be a 3 turtle on their side, honestly.
It most likely would be. I think also because Void's got a better macro and micro decision when it comes to this game. I can see Desolators. I've never really seen Desolators play before. This is actually one of the first time I've seen them play, and I'm quite excited because they could bring something to the table. Here comes Tianzhen again, disrupting that Belleric. Belleric coming through with a final slash. Tianzhen coming in on that mid turn, getting a double kill. No, he's gonna get taken out by Zaya.
Shut down.
Nathan. Shut down.
That is
This is
crucial
a
pick.
It is.
Crucial pick.
This is a very good pick from the side of Desolators actually.
Yeah,
sorry guys, we're getting a
shutdown
bit
gold.
confused.
Yeah.
It's a shutdown
Sorry.
gold.
Yeah.
So
Still
now
getting that
but-
chemistry and yeah.
we
Try
will.
the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
Try the
We're
best,
trying
guys. Yeah.
Sorry guys, we're gonna get there eventually.
We're gonna get there
our bad.
eventually.
We're getting there. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really a shoutcaster, guys. I normally just host or analyze, but that's the extent of my skills. But back to the game. We're currently now up in the gold lane. We got Void with a 17 gold lead. No, actually, I would say not 17, but a 3k gold lead. So I think Deso need to be able to find something in here. I don't think they can. And look at this Winnie B. Isaiah picking up that Belleric there. Nope, he's just turning around. It's just a little bit of a, hey, scare tactic. I'm here, but I'm not. I'm gone. Now I'm taking the jungle.
Yep, just grab the resources you can grab from the enemy. There is a map control there, but I am a bit afraid with how Void is, initiating team fights. They do overextend a bit, which causes them to, lose their advantage. I think that is an opportunity for Deso in this game, particularly because last game was just pretty much one-sided. But here, they're actually able to, fight back a little bit.
They could, and even if they can, I can see that Valentina. That Valentina is basically an old free play Valentina here because of Deso's pick. Now, even the Belleric or even that Zaytan, she can pick, especially during those like 5v5 clashes. Valentina can easily pick off Zaytan's ultimate and use it against Deso, which could be really, really a determining factor on how they would lose. And I can see that composition, and that Kaja could basically, even if Nathan comes out of nowhere in the window, if Kaja is just in the right positioning, he can definitely drag that Julian with his divine judgment. So we're now looking at the third turtle. I don't think Deso would contest, and someone has mentioned in the comment that who gave Tianzhen his main, which is the Arlet. You're correct. Who gave him his Arlet? This is, guys, you need to do your research when it comes to your to the people that you're going against, because if you don't, it's over. It could be over. I don't want to be biased like Ibarra Kasi, but
Yeah, you gotta
Now
be a
we're-
homer eventually with a draft pick there. Valeric with a desperate ultimate does nothing and kills him. I think it's a desperate play on the side of Deso here. I don't know why they still went through, and now they lost a total and 2 of the members. That is,
it is.
I do not
This is
support
not
that
good.
decision making.
No, this is not good on the side of Desolators, guys. I still have high hopes. Look, I always support the underdogs. I'm always about the underdogs as much. And I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that they can come up with something here like they did on their last game. I mean, they need to be able to outsmart Void. Otherwise, this is gonna be their final run on our season. There's no chance. There's not gonna be chances for the season. I mean, until we obviously have the next one. But yeah, we are now coming up to. We got the top lane. You got Claude coming down there, and Claude. Oh my God, Claude is close.
He's just goaded there. He's got the items he needs. He's got the damage. He has everything. That's a big bad Claude getting that juicy top power there, and he just bought the golden staff as well. I think he has Trinity. But yeah, we have to play over there. That is just terrible, man. And now Shenzhen again with that crucial pickup over there.
This is not looking good. This is
Yeah.
not looking good for Desolators. You've got that
It's the
Claude with the
snowball.
Trinity.
Yeah,
They
have
are
snowball.
They are just snowballing, and I don't want Des to just throw in the mantle. I wanted to be able to fight against Void. Oh, here comes another. This is
4-man down.
Four-
Make it 5.
4-man down.
Brethren. Recalling, okay. I'm not. I shouldn't do that. That.
No.
bro.
I mean, this
You
is
just
this
make you
is
fool out yourself, man. Come on.
this is terrible from the side of Desolators. I'm still having high hopes though. I'm still having high hopes, but they can't just go in. They need to be able to discipline themselves and not go in, because this Guinevere, this Claude, and the Jian Zhen, they all got damages. They all got currently the items. They've got everything they need to punish Desolators. It one move, it doesn't even matter. They will do it. They won't hesitate, because as I said earlier, they've got a better macro and micro when it decisioning. Like it's basically gonna be, oh no, Valerie coming up with that ultimate from Valentine.
Flicker
Hey.
ultimate, what a waste. As
It's
I
a
said,
bait.
actions have consequences, and I don't think proper communication is happening on the side here. I mean, if you look at that Valerie, he was alone as well, and his teammates are just in the base. I'm trying to think what he's trying to think, but like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think he
I
was
don't
thinking that
know.
everyone was there. I don't know. Maybe he thinks that there was a few of
Yeah.
them in the bush, but that's not the case. I mean, there was currently Lloyd. You can see it from the map. So
Yeah, like,
it's
what
one
are
minute.
you even going to do as well if you catch that hero that you're trying to catch? You have no one there, they can't make it this time as well. But good defense here, at least on the side of Desolators here. They did lose an inhibitor turret. They managed to burst out the Lord early, but still gonna be playing very, very careful. Again, with the draft of Infinite Void, there are so many ways to play in this game. Looks like a massive fight here happening. Some Fury of Phoenix there. 2 will go down on the side of Deso, as Infinite Void will be able to use their advantage against Deso here. 2 inhibitor turrets down, and looks like they're going for the base. This might be game. And that's it. GG, Catmungus locking the base.
Lock at the base. Manga done.
On before I can
Desolators. They exactly. This is what I was saying. I feel like Desolators did not do so much when it comes to their drafting. I mean, the Belleric pick against a Kaja, and also when there was already a Valentina, was quite confusing. It's not something that I would have done. You know, it's. But I get it. I guess when you're on the verge of things, you just have to do it. But once again, Void has proven themselves as one of the top contenders here in our region, defeating the underdogs. And look, Desolators, I had high hopes. Unfortunately, you guys have let me down, just like our stream did. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean that. But
First
you guys did well.
First beefing with Maker, bro. Oh, he loves you, no way.
Yeah, we love you guys. So
love
and
you,
also guys, yeah, we just wanted to thank everyone for their patience. Currently, as you all know, we are suffering heavy understaffing. Where there's only 3 of us and our live stream director who is quite new. So apologies for the overlays, mistakes, and all that. Just try and figure it out, guys. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. It's just we have been hit with, as I said, we've just been hit with understaffing, and there's not much we can do about it. It's out of our control, but we're doing our best. And thank you guys for tuning in. Still, we appreciate you. Next game.
We do try the best. Yep.
That's right. Next game we are coming up. Definitely, this is one of the games that I'm looking forward to. But for the meantime, we're just going to take a quick, short break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes. Sorry. Yeah. Maganda naman eh, kaso yeah, sometimes I think it's got issues sometimes. We're on. We're back on. Sorry, we are back on. Hey, sorry. Welcome back, everyone, to OCC Season 3, the quarter and semi-final weekend. Now, before we move into our next series of the night, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge the journey of Desolators. A huge thank you and congratulations to you guys for your incredible run throughout Season 3. I mean, they came into this tournament with determination, passion, and a goal to prove themselves against one of the strongest team in the region. Now, while their journey comes to an end here in the quarterfinals, they should be proud of everything they have achieved. Because every series, every game, and every moment they brought to the competition helped make the season what it is. Now, we appreciate your dedication, your sportsmanship, and the effort you put into representing your team. Now, a massive congratulations once again to Desolators on the amazing tournament run, and we wish you guys all the best moving forward. Hopefully, to see you guys in season 4. Now, with that said, congratulations to Infinite Void, who have secured their place in the semifinals. Now, Infinite Void showed exactly why they're considered one of the most experienced and dangerous team in OCC. That discipline, the composure, and ability to perform under pressure allowed them a strong Desolator side and continue their championship journey. We turn we turn our attention to our second quarterfinal matchup of the evening. And guys, I think this one's gonna be a blockbuster. Now, coming up next, we have RESPECX, which is I've gave them also a nickname, the Anomaly. they are they're taking on the reigning champions of OCC, which is Concupiscence. Now, this is a battle between ambition and legacy. RESPECX entered this series looking to prove that they belong among the elite. Throughout season 3, they have shown incredible growth, adapting to different opponents and proving that they are more than capable of challenging the established names within the competition. Now, standing across from them is a team that needs very little introduction, guys. Concupiscence, the champions of season 1 and season 2, return to the quarterfinals, looking to continue their dominant legacy and defend their throne. Now, they have built a reputation around consistency, teamwork, and the ability to perform when the pressure is at its highest. But every champion eventually faces a challenger. Will Concupiscence continue the journey toward a third championship title, or will Respect X create one of the biggest upsets of OCC Season 3 and bring an end to the champion's reign? There's only one way to find out. Now, another best of 3 series awaits, and with a semi final spot on the line, both of these teams will need to bring their absolute best. Now, they're just doing a ping check, and we're going to do the draft. The teams are prepared. The quarterfinals continue, and we will get into it in just a short period of time. Respect X versus Concupiscence. Welcome back to OCC Season 3, Rise from Greatest Depth. Pastor Ibarra, what do you think?
At the top. And honestly, I my heart goes out to them. One thing's for sure: the higher you are, the greater the fall. If they could technically defeat the reigning champion.
We are also currently just doing a little bit of a ping check from this team. We normally do this is just a standard protocol, so everybody, especially the players, have a really good connection stability. Um, and while I'm at it, I'm just gonna speak about a few things. Once again, we do apologize for quite the quality of our live stream. We're currently experiencing some heavy stuffing. And during the first round of this game, I'm actually going to be stepping out a little bit because I need to quickly do something. So Ibarra would be most likely your caster for most of the first game, but I'll be back shortly, straight after it anyway. Other than that, yeah, Concupiscence versus Respect X, guys. This is going to be something. I'm definitely looking forward from Respect X because I also unlike also Desolators, I do also have a massive high hopes in them because they have shown time to time throughout this competition that they have what it takes to be the next OCC champions. Um, Sinok, Sinok is just it's just them, man. I don't even need to put any introduction to that. I'm sorry, I don't want to be biased, but it's just how it is. They've proven themselves time and time. And currently, guys, if you didn't know, some of the members of Sinok or Concupiscence are actually currently going to be playing for ENC in Team Australia. They are representing us in a in a much more international stage, and definitely looking forward to it. So keep an eye out on them, guys, and please give them your fullest support because this is one of the first time we will see an Australian team play in an international field. Now, I'm hoping that they could be, who knows, the next GOAT could be.
Shout out, Coach Kaleo.
Shout out to Coach Kaleo. Kaleo, if you have time, you can still come back. You can, you always have a place here in OCC like you did in season 2. We thank you and for all your hard work, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys in the world stage. Now, without further ado, I think we're just about to start the last game of the night. Uh, Concupiscence versus Respect X. What do you think,
You gotta give them the
Farah?
respect. That's it. Gotta give the respect. It's in the name. As you said earlier, you call them the anomaly, right? Because they're like a possible contender for the championship as well. I like how you just basically summarize Xenoc Concupiscence. There's just no need for an explanation, especially if you've already been around since season 1, season 2. They have also been, around, but the special case being on the top. Right, drafting
They have
phase is
been.
starting.
They is is just what screaming champions to be, and they've proven it through our events and competition. And besides that, I mean, before even OCC started, they've proven themselves in our region that they are one of the best. Now we're seeing some bans here. I like the Atlas ban on the side of
It's a hot pick. Yeah.
Let them play the hero.
Now Akai enters the scene.
I am not the only one bound by these chains.
The ocean.
Among the planes exists the equilibrium.
Where you remove
which
one of
I
the
was
best
made
crowd
for.
control tanks at the current meta, that is a big blow to a team that has seen through all.
need no protection from the rain.
Sir, what's your command?
You have a muscle pick on the side of RESPECX alongside that Zuchin. Good picks there, a lot of crowd control. On the side of Concupiscence, you have Fanny, and a possible Alice picks. Oh, there is an Alice pick, and also a Zetian. Very magic-y, I would say. That's a lot of magic damage on the side of Concupiscence. Now, a last pick on the side of RESPECX. Do you have any predictions, perhaps?
Different perspectives expose the same truth.
3, 2, 1.
There you go.
Crowned by heaven's mandate.
My kiss grants you immortality.
I am vengeance incarnate.
Come on, Dexter. It's our
Welcome to the greatest magic show of all time.
In terms of burst damage, the Zetian definitely outplays the Zuchin, but as you said and pointed out earlier, we have a Marcel plus a Zuchin combo, so that can be dangerous. I guess you can see the difference in the playstyle here. I would say RESPECX has much more of single pick off and more of interrupt type of gameplay, while the side of Concupiscence here, they're much more in the direct, burst lineup. I mean,
Tail's been
Zetian's
itching
a
for a
burst,
real
Fanny
fight.
definitely 100% burst with front for Alice, and yeah, you're targeting here picks that are pretty much meta. Claude, Harley. Harley's a bit, I guess, 2 seasons off, but still a good pick,
Harley's still a good pick.
A
I've
punch for a
seen
punch.
it would have been it would have been, I think, Z and Nexus that made it happen. I've seen it on their last game. Now, don't quote me on that. That week of the game was a little bit blurry for me because I was doing everything by myself. But yeah, I can see this Moskov is also worth highlighting. Now, I can see this combination between the synergy between Marcel, Zushin, and Moskov. Like, Marcel can create the opening, Zushin can lock down the battlefield, and Moskov can really output damage from a much more safer position. Now, that would give RESPECX a very structured team fight. Pattern, control the area, hopefully protect Moskov, and then win the engagement. However, that pick also comes with a major responsibility. Moskov is a hero that requires a very strong positioning and protection, especially against team like Concupiscence. With a Fanny enemy on the side, there is a constant threat of a backline access. One mistake in positioning could allow Fanny to instantly remove that Moskov before he even has a chance to contribute. So I'm seeing that maybe Respect X could show or maybe willing to play a much slower, more calculated style. I mean, they're not. I don't think they're looking to match Concupiscence's aggression here directly, but they can definitely building a composition that can absorb pressure, control the fights, no, the fights, and scale into a powerful late game threat.
Sand rises when I give the.
Magic is my life.
Is that a Lucas jungle pick? Wait, nope. Got pranked.
Right, guys. Without further ado, we
Valor
are
and
now gonna come up
royalty
to
in a dead
our
body.
game. Our game.
Game 2,
Game two,
yeah.
yeah.
Match
Match
2.
two. Now, uh, is will RX be able to do a major? Would they be able to cause a major upset towards our reigning champion, or will Sinnoh stand their ground and tell them that they are still the king? We will find out in just a very short moment.
What do you think of that Thamus pick?
It's quite weird, but we will find out.
Same. I was like,
I mean,
Thamus,
it's
out of
Braco.
place.
That Braco, no, that Braco, I have high regards on that Braco when it comes to the XP lane, especially using a Tamus. I've seen him. I've seen him. I've seen him on some of his gameplays. He's a brilliant player. But once again, he's not just versing on any ordinary team. This is the reigning champions, the top players of OC. These guys are proven veterans. Braco, I have high hopes. We will see. Now, I'm gonna be a little bit upsetting here, but I'm going to have to duck out a little bit, guys. I do apologize. I will direct all the match one, the game to match one, through uh, with Ibarra by himself. So I hope you guys enjoy the cast. I'll be back shortly.
Here of RESPECX. You gotta respect him, man. It's in the name. By the way, Marco, stay safe. See you in the bed. Drive safely, man. Sears. Damn, what a first blood pick over there. That is the Suchin giving a hard time on the side of Sinnoh there. But that's just the early game. It's still too early to say a lot of stuff. But if they can keep the momentum, they can possibly snowball and perhaps take this game against Sinnoh. But yeah, that is the champion, so they will not let us down too easily. Typical. Ooh, looks like all the crashes are happening here in the mid lane. Might the Khalid be punished? Nope, will be able to escape immediately. There's a bit of a poking here and there. As the first turtle will spawn in about 15 seconds. It's pretty much a close fight there. Wex almost dying. Yep, there is a bit of errors with the layout. Apologies for that, ladies and gents. We are a bit understaffed today. There's literally 3 of us, and then Marcus just left. There's probably like 2 of us right now. But hey, man, thank you for still watching. It's very difficult. But here comes first turtle, and it will be secured on the side of RESPECX as Wex will try to escape for his life. There is low HP Flicker on the side of Zuchin, and he will secure the kill 2-0 on the side of RESPECX. As Concupiscence is struggling in a little bit in the early game. Alice comes in with the Blood Ode and his ultimate, and looks like counterplay is going on the side here of Sinnoh, but there's no kills yet, but no, 1-for-1 trade at the moment. Still, the gold and the kill lead is on the side of RESPECX. It's Victoria. Might be the next one down. Killed by the Thamus. What a good secure. That is 4 kills. No, 2 kills plus a turtle. That is still early game. Oh, another mid lane clash. Ooh, that Suchin gets taken out by the Harith. And make it 2. Traded with the Khalid's life. That is the heart of a champion. Still, the gold lead is on the side of RESPECX, but again, with all the compositions and the bursts and the skills, it's too early to tell. And what I've noticed with the 3 minutes, most of the clashes are happening in the mid lane, as Marco, Saurus Rex have observed early in the traffics. It just makes sense, honestly. Turtle looks to be spawning on the same side. Around 15 seconds. Item check here. We have a Sky Piercer immediately for that Zuchin. A very, very crucial first item. It can also be the Snowball. potential. Ooh, Fear Phoenix spotted to reveal all of the map, and Azuchi will fall again with the ultimate casted by Marcel. There is a mid lane trade before the turtle, but it looks like RESPECX is on the advantage with the turtle, and he will secure the second turtle of the game with 1-for-1 mage trade on both teams. What a good play. It looks like the Tham is there, even though I thought it was a weird pick. He is actually able to play his proper role. Much more clashes happening over here. And see who got the buff. Oh, Wex got the buff, that's great. Looks like Concupiscence here is being beaten down, at least on the early side, by RESPECX. Ooh, here comes Phantom Seed. Mid lane looks like to be secured. That is mid lane falling for Concupiscence here, as they're struggling to get that footing. We are seeing a very, very good engagement, as well as a momentum on the side of RESPECX here. They're having a bit of the map control, and Wex is struggling to go in and even farm. There's a lot of crowd control on the side of RESPECX. I mean, you have the Moscow that can put you down in the wall. You have the Suchin as well. You can, engage and lock onto you and then escape either with his ultimate. Looks like a frozen moment here. Wex is spawned. That is a CC chain here, and they're just continuing with the massacre onto C0 here, as they are snowballing here, taking the fight and forcing team fights to happen here and there. But look, it looks like kind of play by the Alice here, but nope. 1-for-1 trade. Ooh. That is a roam down on the side of RESPECX. A bit of an overextend there. They failed to secure a kill, but still the gold lead is on their side. That is around 3,500. As the third turtle and the last turtle spawn on the bot side. Still, Limord grabbing that level 11 before going to the turtle. C0 going into position. Top lane there. Wex going down and on his way to the turtle. And it looks like Limord's taking his time. Just a bit of a, map engagement on side of both teams. We will see in the following clash. Okay, Limord on to that turtle. What's his name? Cloudus. Cloudus tired. Cloudus tired might be a free turtle. I don't think Concupiscence is going to engage now. Oh no, looks like another false clash here on to the bot side, and Tex will be taken down. The Harriet goes down. Make it flicker escape there though by the Kali, but nope. Bloodhaven trying to save more. That is 2 down with a false clash onto the bot side. That is the snowball, just forcing the clashes and gaining profits on the side of RESPECX. 3 turtles secured, and dang, that is a lot of gold lead. Killing spree, dang. And that's pretty much it. It's not pretty much one-sided, but that is momentum over there. Running out of words a bit. It's a bit difficult to do it all alone. Concupiscence, they are looking a little bit short. This is a bit shocking to me personally, as I've seen them in the past, just dominating most of the events and the tourneys. But now they are on the brink. They're being pushed back into the base. The map control is totally over the side of RESPECX, and that Tham aspect is actually working out fine, and is actually doing the engagement and the burst that's going on. Even with the Alice, trying with the AoE of her ultimate, it does nothing to stop the aggression and the force plays. I think there might have been an outdraft here during the drafting pace, but we'll see. It's still not over until it's over. 9 minutes is still not the late game, but it might be a bit difficult with a 7,000 gold lead. that Concupiscence, the reigning champions, that they would have to face. Looks like they are piling up in the bot lane there. Ooh, Violet Phoenix killed the noise down over there. Looks like a counter attack, but no, the Moscow will be able to save and stop the aggression. That is one of the downsides of the Marcel. You have very, very good crowd control skills. However, the passive doesn't add a lot to the HP, and this hybrid defender, he's quite squishy at best. And here you're seeing more forced clashes, but now with the items being taken with Concupiscence, they are able to, you know, punish the aggression by a little bit. But again, there is still a lot of gold that they have to gap. That's like 1 item per hero, at least in terms of the advantage. Turtle will be secured, and it will march onto the mid lane. That is a free Lord on the side of RESPECX, but that is easy to defend. Oh, Marcel here with the ultimate 2 will be frozen in time. Wex going into it burst, and that's just a lot of ultimates wasted trying to maybe catch, you know, some of the heroes, but alas, the respect and discipline on the teams, both of the teams here. I can see a bit of the gold gap being, you know, shortened. Concupiscence here. I think Concupiscence is having the items could make a potential, you know, comeback. Wex over here is on the top side, trying to make his best to push, and yeah, Breako is just doing his stuff, you know, like forcing those clashes and trying to, you know, catch people off guard if they can. And Wex here might be picked up, but nope, that is the Fanny. You can't catch the Fanny. He's one of the most fast hero in the game. And yeah, it's just discipline. Discipline on Concupiscence here, as what the champion should do. They know that they can't overextend, they know they have to be careful. They don't have the lead, but it doesn't mean that they can't win. They just gotta be patient, get the crucial items, and then punish RESPECX for the aggression that they have been showing all through these 11 minutes of the game. We have about 40 seconds until the Lord would spawn. Still, no major clashes or pickoffs on either side. Just pure discipline, you know, feeling the vibe out of the map. Okay, Wex might be, you know, ooh. Here comes the ultimate here, and looks like the Kali might be the one punish here. He'll be taken down with the skill, but nope, here comes the counter play, and that is unstoppable for the Suchin. Make it a double kill, that Sky Piercer. Almost dying the Thammers and the Marcel, but no. The damage is insane, at least on the side of RESPECX, and it looks like 2 down, and that might be a free Lord. Second Lord of the game. That might go to RESPECX. I do not think, and I confidently say that it's not a good idea to contest if I am Concupiscence here. It's just the domination, the snowball has paid off. And now there is 3 Lord secured, plus another contention here on the blue side, but Wex will be able to secure the kill. That is the Spear of Destruction, and then 2 people taken, and that is godlike for that Suchin. What a massacre. Wow, total domination over there. And the Lord will now spawn on the mid lane. Oh, nope, not the mid lane, my bad. Bot lane. Dang, Concupiscence might be just an upset, ladies and gents. For game 1, Wex here trying to delay the march of the Lord by a little sandwich play here by RESPECX. That is 4 people, but of course that is a Fanny, you cannot catch that simply. Good distraction, but it is not enough. Yep, here comes bot side. Lord crashing onto that tower, and looks like 2 will be frozen, but no death so far. Fury the Phoenix and Wex will try his best, but he will be taken down. The damage is not enough, and the aggression, the snowball is there. Xenop trying their desperate best to defend their game, but no. RESPECX will take 3, and it looks like it might be GG. Oh no, it might be an upset as game 1 will go to RESPECX.
Victory!
That is very fast. I don't think Marco is going to be, I don't think he's going to be pleased. Ooh, are we actually going to see an upset? That is actually X. Looks like my mic is a bit off. I apologize for the mic, guys. I don't know what's going on. Is that a 20k? Nah, that's not a 20k gold lead. It's just like 10k. Maybe 9k max. Bro, Cat Mungus is in the chat, guys. My goat Cat Mungus, bro. I love his gameplay earlier. W gold lane. Shout out to you, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the number one factor is the outdraft, I would say. I normally do not like junglers such as Fanny, Link, cause okay, they are really good in terms of the burst damage. However, they are very, very dependent upon the purple buff. And if you notice with the early gameplay and the aggression on the side of RESPECX, what they did for the first 5 minutes is they keep invading, they keep forcing the clashes, and they did not give any space to X whatsoever. And he struggled to even farm on his own jungle. That's pretty much it. But damn, man, 1-0. Haha. Unexpected. But yeah, prediction from Let for Soul. It might be a 2-1 or a 2-0. I hope it is a 2-1. I don't want to see Concupiscence, domination to be destroyed just that easily. Remember, they are the champions for pretty much all of the tourneys that I know that is held by OCC, and they will not let the domination. They will not let their dynasty to just go out simply like that. Not being biased, but it's just the history's there. Hopefully, we'll see. Yeah, that is, as I said earlier, the higher you are, the greater the fall. And if this is actually an upset in this series, then this is history, at least for our region. So while we're waiting, I'll just most likely be reading your comments and your chats in the stream. Feel free to type in, as long as it's not violating our terms, our rules. I can shout you out if you want. Go crazy. This is a interesting development, at least on my side. He coach Breaker. So you're the oh wait, is that Slice? Oh, your IGN's familiar. Honestly, we have a lot of RX supporters definitely in the chat. Yeah. Can we have a poll? Maker, are you in the stream, Maker? Can you do a poll? Like, who do you think is going to win? Can I do that? Can I do a poll? I know I can't remember if I'm still a moderator for this channel. I'll try if I can. Nope. Yep, I don't think so. Yep. Unfortunate. Oh, it's going to be Void as well. Oh, I see. Yeah, same. Yo. You have somebody, you know, dropping the F-bomb on the chat. Please try to be respectful. I know it's a bit hot and can be quite passive, but please, if you do it, if you do it often, you'll be banned from the chat, man. Oh, there you go. We have the poll now. Guys, vote. Come on, guys. Come vote, guys. Polls up. Yeah, what's gonna be funny if RX is going to do another upset on the second game and finish the match fast as well, which is like 13 minutes. He's going to be surprised that the game is finished already. I mean, the series is finished. But yeah, 82% RX. Dang. Come on, guys. It's just game one. It's still game two. You can still drag on, you know? Alright, benefit of the benefit of the doubt. Hello Sony, this is the match with the reigning champions Concupiscence versus RESPECX. This is OCC Season 3, the quarterfinals. Hello Yura, welcome to the Oshana region. So we are on our third season. The reigning champion has just lost to RESPECX. Alright guys, I'll be right back. We back on, bro? Oh.
We are.
Oops. Looks like I'm muted again. Hello, guys. Welcome back. I'm just back to settle a bit of documents. Looks like we have a map draw. Whoa. Welcome back, Marco. How was the ride? How was it?
Yeah, it was alright. It was okay. That was I heard that there was an upset on the first game.
Bro,
Now
13
I'm
minutes,
looking at.
bro. Speechless, man.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be
Well, we
silent
hadn't.
all alone, but because this was like a very, very beautiful match, and the RESPECX, as I said earlier, the respect is in the name. I was like, damn, bro, the Thanos pick, bro. He was like, because okay, the Fanny, right? He needs the purple
Mhm.
buff, and they know that that's one of the weaknesses, right, of those
Mhm.
sort of junglers. Basically, what they did for the first 5 minutes of the game, they did not give Wex, which is the jungler, the space he needs to farm and get the items, as well as that crucial purple buff that a Fanny needs. And they keep forcing team fights, and eventually they snowball until it was too difficult and to the point of no return where Concupiscence could not make a comeback. Is this the end of Concupiscence era? We will find out.
Rocks need no protection.
Potentially.
Different perspective.
Potentially. Now, I saw a little bit of the game while I was waiting at the car park, and I saw that little bit of last there. Now,
Sniper ready.
this could
Give me a target.
potentially, yes, the end of Sinnoh era, but then again, it's only game one. Now they got a chance to make a comeback on the game two and possibly on the game three. I can understand the fan. I don't understand that Fanny pick. I mean, respect, respect X. They know. They
No,
exactly know
yeah.
what to do. They just
I,
knew exactly what to do there. Um,
I would say with the Fanny pick, because we've seen okay, let's face it, we've seen Concupiscence since season one. We've seen them through much of OCC's history, and I would say it's much more of a comfort pick. But like when you are at the top where everyone's watching you, you have some
Now
sort of
Akai enters
disadvantage
the
where,
scene.
hey, we know that these guys are good at these, and this is how they play the game. There's a lot of information that can be taken from you, and I would say that RESPECX have done their homework properly.
They did. They definitely did. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, like I said, I don't want anyone to underestimate Respect X. They've got one of, I've heard that they've got one of the
Them
best
play the
roamer. Oh,
hero.
I would say a top
I will
global
be the
roamer in their
truth
team, and
this
also
world
Bracco.
desperately
Bracco,
needs.
kudos to you, my man. You've definitely showed a lot of those. You've shown how you can handle that lane,
Hey,
better
Bracco.
than
Bracco, I
better than
have
Sinnoh
judged your
did.
pick. I am so sorry. I bow to
I
you. You have my undying respect.
this is what I said. Like I said earlier,
Hey, man.
don't underestimate Bracco's XP lane at Lamus
Respect
because he
text.
knows how to
It's in the
utilize it.
name. It's in the name. You have to
It's in the name.
respect.
Respect, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this pick right now.
Come on,
you've got a
Dexter. It's our
Claude,
showtime.
and a Yuzong
Come on,
pick
Dexter.
on
It's our
the
showtime.
Sinnoh side. Now this is quite an interesting response. I
I've been
mean,
waiting for too long.
the reigning champions are showing that they're not gonna back away from that pressure
I am the
after
power
game
of
one,
light
where
incarnate.
they are going to make an adjustment to challenge Respect X control heavy composition. Now the Claude pick once again, guys. This pick after the struggling to break through Respect layers crowd control in the previous game. I mean, Claude hopefully would give them a much needed late game scaling threat that can punish group formation. I mean, that high mobility, the high damage output allow him, so hopefully allow him to enter this fight uh, allow him to enter fights from unexpected angles. And when paired, I mean, with that right setup, the Blazing Duet can completely change the outcome of a team fight. Now, Yuzong, Yuzong and a Belleric pick. This is quite odd, I guess, but I can see why the Belleric pick on the Akai. This could be a game changer for Sinnoh.
Another with the Belleric pick there. I think it makes sense. You do have a carry on the other side, and carry man to tank meta's nightmare.
It definitely is. This carry is arguably one of the most important decision in this draft against a lineup featuring that Yuzong and Belleric. Now, carry actually becomes a much more excellent answer due to her ability to shred through that high health heroes. The true damage allows
Damage, yeah.
Respect X, yeah, to confidently fight into durable composition without relying purely on burst damage. Now,
We call that the
Kaja,
fidget spinners, you know, like
There's no
it is, it is, it
fidget
quite is.
spinners, man.
I mean,
Shurikens
the
maybe
Kaja was,
Endure the pain.
just melt
I
the enemies
harness
away. Why
it will,
have
it
problems?
exactly.
The dash range is a bit short, but it still allows the carry to dodge, you know, the skills that needs aiming. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of potential on that carry pick.
Is, yeah. Now you've also got the Kaja to add a little bit of a layered on that single target lockdown. Now, hopefully, this would
I
provide
will
Respect
choose
X
my own
one of the most
path.
reliable tools for removing a priority threat, just like that Claude. I mean, against a team like Concupiscence, that Claude is definitely expected to be a primary damage source for them. Now, the Divine Judgment hopefully could create that constant pressure because one mistake, as I mentioned, in positioning can immediately result in a lost team fight for concupiscence. And we're also this Belleric pick. I'm a little bit skeptical about the Belleric.
The
I mean, yes,
seven
I get the
seas are
durability, the
my domain.
protection, but as we talked about earlier, that Harry will just shred through that Belleric easily. Now, Concupiscence with his frontline present,
Among
maybe
the
they can
planes
buy
exists
valuable
the
seconds for
equilibrium,
Claude to deal
which
damage, but
I was
the
made for.
biggest challenge from the previous game dealing with Respect X crowd control chain maybe this would be adding another durable frontline option or Concupiscence giving themselves more room to withstand the initial burst and hopefully survive long enough to turn fights around. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Freya pick. Oh nope. Why am I saying picks even though they're not secured? Anno versus
Oh,
mod.
then
Sorry, I was reading the chats for a bit. There's somebody, you know, who keeps putting the inappropriate messages that we don't want. I put him in timeout for a bit. Hey man, come on, I warned you earlier. Please don't. Please don't do that. Paquito pick and a Kimi pick. What do you think with the Kimi pick here? Is it a good mid laner?
it is. A Kimi pick here actually definitely is not a bad pick, especially against enemies like Yuzong. It's I'm trying to come up the idea of why she is a good pick, but I guess against Sinox like composition like Belleric and Yuzong, I mean, this is a good source of consistent range type of pressure that can deal damage while she's maintaining her distance. Now, that's Kimmy's unique playstyle. You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
allow her to constantly reposition while applying the damages, so making it difficult to lock down if played correctly. So this big changes the way I guess
I'm
Respect X want to
born with
approach the fight
talent.
instead of relying purely on Akari's traditional frontline trading. Kimi would hopefully give them more early and mid game pressure, and that ability to pressure lanes, rotate quickly, and poke opponents before a full engagement will allow Respect X to avoid playing directly into Sinnoh's preferred style of extended
Yep, and
5v5 fights.
yeah, and if you can see the lineup here by Respect X, that is a double marksman setup. That is two late game heroes that can just burst. I mean, yeah, just melt and burst through absolutely everything.
This is where Sinnoh has to be able to make this Guinevere work. Now, it's a very interesting choice, especially into the Respect exam lineup, because the ability to dive directly onto priority targets against that composition of Kamikaze positioning will be extremely important.
The enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
This might be history, I would say. Might be the biggest upset in our region and in our local tourneys. There is a lot at stake here for Concupiscence. If they are to lose, that is a dynasty down, not just a tournament. But we will see. Let us go back into the Land of Dawn as both teams here is just going on with early game stuff. Farming, and we see the Bellow here with Concupiscence. They're trying to be a bit more proactive, just showing the maps and where the positions of the players are. But so far, there are less clashes compared to the first one. Oh, heavy spin there, casted, but catches no one. Good try there though. But that is a crucial skill before the turtle. Ultimates get casted. Yeah, ultimates get casted here, but I think Concupiscence will be able to get a turtle. That is a good bait of the skills there, and it looks like they are actually on the winning side here. It gets a bit of the resources, but first blood out on the top side of cam as Tex will kill Lucario's carry.
Blue team hero has been slain. Red team hero has been slain. Blue team hero has been slain.
Yep. Yep, and that's 2 more kills just after we said all of those things. And it looks like Sinnoh here. This is the Sinnoh that we know. This is the one that we're familiar with, and that is 3 versus 1 kills, and that's just 3 minutes. And definitely this is a major improvement compared to what happened in the last game. But hey, it's still early, so Come on, man, don't say that. You gotta have fun. Fair. I mean, it's just the 3 of us, and yeah, fair. Take a turtle. Yep. I think it's still Roma with the Belloc, just being a constant nuisance on the side of the jungle for RESPECX. He was able to bait a lot of skills before the first turtle, and they're trying to do it again, but here we go. We got a massive team fight here in the second turtle. Heavy spin, it looks like it's much more better than the first one, and suppress, double suppress in the Wex, but he will still be able to get that turtle, and it looks like Concupiscence will have that team fight as they will take down the Akai. That is 4 kills on the side of Concupiscence, and it looks like we are seeing the favor on the side towards Seanock. Yep, there was an interesting interaction that I saw. Wait, never mind. Mid lane there. Ooh, another kill with a jump and the Violet Requiem there with a Guinevere and a concealed play, trying to chase that Akai, and it looks like he might be actually taken down here by the heavy spin, trying to prolong his life. That is a 4v1. Will he escape? No, but the... Ooh, wait. Oh, never mind. They put all the resources. Ooh. That is a 0-3-0, and here comes the revenge. Seanock showing them who is boss. Just go, yep. Oh, Bobby, nope, never mind. Oh, is the ultimate there. Oh, he actually got taken down. There's nice, but Wex here with another Violet Requiem with a heavy spin here. Ooh, will he be taken down? That is a shot down. It might be a little bit of miscommunication on the side of Seanock there as a crucial pick-off, at least for the side of RESPECX. 's still not the end of the world. That is still a beautiful 3,000 gold lead at least. But man, you gotta be careful, man. That is a crowd control lineup. But earlier, I was able to point out there was an interesting interaction with the Akai and the Kaja ultimate. They both ulted on Wex Guinevere, and instead of actually stunning her, they just left her in one spot. And it looks like the Divine Judgment gets played on that wise Yuzong, and he wouldn't be taken down, but still, there's ultimate being casted. I think it's a matter of who stuns the other person first. There's both of team. There is a lot of pick-up potential on both teams, and it's just a matter of who clicks first and the positioning as well. And it looks like a heavy spin here. Ooh, but look at the Winter Crown. Perfect immunity there, avoiding danger. Wex ultimates will be casted, but ooh, looks like okay, I don't know what happened there, but he got punished. I think that's just bad positioning. I thought Seanock had it, but nope, I got proven wrong immediately. The Winter Crown was perfect as an icing in a cake. It was a good immunity that prevented a death, or at least on the side of Seanock, but the Eve, I think, got unfortunately traded as a consequence. Unexpected. Even I was shocked. I was about to call, oh, Seanock just baited a lot of stuff, but nope, he just died randomly. But yeah, we have the Lord spawning in around 10 seconds here as Concupiscence. They have a bit of the map control, but it's still not total domination, at least for now. Oh, ultimate he casted, but no, he is full fury of Xenon being unleashed as they will force a team fight. Bracco gets taken down, making 2 down on RESPECX as Concupiscence. That is a signal for 3 Lord and 2 towers at least. Oh, flicker. I mean, recall. Somebody's recalling there. Bad mouthing there, recall spam. But yeah, 100% man, the RESPECX, bro. This is definitely different from what we saw in the first game, which was pretty much one-sided, and now they just got a taste of their own medicine. I'm not entirely sure if it's the drafting or the execution. I think it's a little bit of the both, but that is a free lord and concupiscence, and the map control of RESPECX is just going down, and Balak will keep forcing the team plays here with his ultimate and his taunt. That is Paquito down, Breako dying, as the Lord will march in the mid lane. Fight there, shot down on the Wex, but that is still 2 inhibitor turrets down on the side of RESPECX, but it might be game. But to early call, that is the blazing duet, almost killing 2 members. I think RESPECX will be still able to defend and live and survive for another day, but that is all of the inhibitor turrets that might be taken down here. Yep, I'm calling it Tex takes all the turrets down, and that is a lot. You live for another day, however, that is just difficult to come back from. That is a 9,000 gold lead. I respect them, bro. I respect the respect is there, but like the execution, you know, there's always a debate in whether you win via the draft or the execution. I think it's 50-50 at least, but you know, the execution, I would say in RESPECX, I think they lack in this game. Might be game 3, yeah. Tiebreaker, man. There's a 10k gold lead. It's so difficult to come back from that. We might have a backdoor play here with the Aggro, but no, look at Tex blocking onto the base. Wow. That was fast. Wow. It ended before I could finish, bro. Game 1 and game 2, 13 minutes, bro. Both games, 13 minutes. GG, bro.
Looks, we're going to game 3, and this is something. Now, this is game point for both of the teams. Now, whoever wins this, obviously, we're going to be moving to the semi-finals. Now, what's the verdict?
We're being called out for being
Mara?
biased, bro. We're being called out for being biased. How can? Okay, bro. 10k gold lead. What do you want me to say for RESPECX? Oh, congratulations for securing a minion. I have nothing to say, bro. Literally. That's a 10k gold lead. There's so little things that I can say, but if you were watching game 1, if I had told you, I mean, if you were watching game 1 as I did, you would say that I would be biased in RESPECX, but bro, that's just the execution. Wait. I would say, okay, I would expect that the double marksman lineup would perhaps secure at least mid game to the late game, but no, they
No,
gave
no.
RESPECX a taste of their own medicine, and it's not because of the constant team fight, but it's because of the Belaric's actual, skills and mechanics. That is double taunt. You have the first skill that if you got hit by the first skill, you will be taunted, and if you get hit by the third skill as well, that is another taunt. So it's the Belaric's constant presence in the enemy's jungle that I would say gave Concupiscence the snowball around the 6-minute mark. What do you think, Marco?
Look, it's not I believe it's not being biased when you're calling out little things on the game, really. The gold lead, it's just part of what casters do. I'm not really a caster, but it's just part of what we pick on. Just because we say so, just because we talk more about the team, it doesn't necessarily equate to being biased. Look, each to their own, right?
At least as a caster, we're trying to, explain what's going on with, our own twists, and it just so happens that, well, one team is going over the other one. You gotta praise the flashy plays and what's actually happening. It's not necessarily for one team. If the other team makes a better play, you gotta, praise that.
You gotta call it out.
Yeah, it's just how the caster's life is, And if you think we're biased, that's definitely on you. I'm not lashing out on you. I'm simply explaining. But for me, I think it's the Belaric's presence here that was able to dictate pretty much of the team fights. The taunt is the most crucial. Even though you have the full triple crowd controls coming from the Akai, the Kaja, even the Paquito, the fact that they are being cancelled by the taunt, I think that is a big deal. And with the taunt, you'll be followed with a massive crowd control chain from the Guinevere's jump plus the real-world manipulation for the Eve, and that's pretty much it for the team fights. If you get caught by any of the crowd controls, doesn't matter if it's the Akai or if it's from the other team, whoever...
That's so true. Look, honestly, at the end of the day, if you guys think we're being biased, it's simple. You guys come over here. You guys can cast. You can do it. Feel free to cast.
It's literally easy, especially if you're on your own. You have no one to talk to. You literally speak on your own. But
no problem.
But yeah,
and you're right.
I'm seeing
one of the teams, one of the guys, one of the guys actually
Yeah.
said being biased against the team won't help the team win. But let's not go through that anymore. I mean, he is also correct. We are now
Look at
coming
the
into
first
the
ban
drafting.
here from Concupiscence. Yep,
It's a respect ban.
It's a Tamus ban, bro.
Tamus
A
for Shinnok.
respect, bro.
It is, especially Braco with the Tamus. Look, guys, I don't blame them. I mean, Braco has shown Shinnok exactly what he's capable of when it comes to this Tamus, especially on those team fights. He just shreds them. I don't even know if it was Tamus that was playing. Maybe it was Carry. Who knows? Maybe it was a mix of both.
Yeah.
But he was definitely shredding on Shinnok's line with it. Look,
I can confirm
by
that one, that
removing-
Tamus was the one that was always initiating the forced team fights. Anyways, yeah, the respect with the Tamus, bro. Respect X.
Yeah, by removing that Tamus, Shinnok are effectively saying, hey, we don't want to fight through another durable threat while trying to reach your backline. Because Braco knows just how to do that. Right? So we're coming out. We also got another Atlas and Marcel ban from the side of RESPECX. Now, what do you think of these bans?
I think the bans are just pretty much a repeat of what we've seen throughout, not just in the
Different
previous games, but as
perspectives
well as with the
expose the
conditions of
same
the
truth.
meta. Very good bans. The Marcel was also another defining factor. Atlas as well. Multiple CCs, and now he's a respect ban on the lot of text here. Very, very crucial ban.
Butterflies born
It's
by
very
another
crucial.
Fanny?
Look,
guided by lanterns.
Yo, okay.
another
Alright.
Fanny?
Alright.
I mean,
Game
it's-
one.
it's
Redemption?
a redemption? It could be a redemption. I mean, honestly, I could see it. I could see
Dexter.
I
It's
could
our
see
show.
how Wex
Sir,
is
what's your command?
currently. I feel like this pick was more, besides the redemption, there's a bit of an
Let them
ego
play the
going
hero.
around
It's
here.
more of a
I hope
flex
not.
pick, right?
This
If you like
world desperately
easy,
needs.
his first picking Lancelot, right? That's the equivalent basically. But hey, Maker, who else is in the mod team? Can you please do a poll? This is after all game 3. You know, can we get a poll? Who's going to win, bro? I think it's exciting at least.
Which I was made for.
We will see a Fanny redemption, I believe. I've actually seen Wex play this Fanny before, and
But bro, it's the
brilliant.
first pick Fanny though. That's like inviting, hey, counter me, bro. Bro.
I believe so, but you don't know. I mean, like I said, I feel like Sinok has now gathered enough information about Respect X that maybe they be able to make this Fanny actually work.
I'm not sure if they're actually giving Respect X some respect or if it's a disrespect, but hey man, it's Sinok.
It's Sinok, basically.
It's
We
Sinok,
also
man.
look at this. We're also kind of looking at this
Kadita.
Uranus and Kadita pick now. Starting with the Uranus, I mean, it's a very interesting choice because it will hopefully give Concupiscence an extremely more durable frontline presence, especially when the Fanny is around on team fights. I mean, Uranus is known for his incredible sustain, hopefully allowing him to absorb a massive amount of those pressure while constantly threatening not just the side lanes, but also hopefully he can create space for his teammates. Now, the Kadita, this hero thrives in what I call chaotic fights. Now, that ability to instantly dive into the backline and deliver a massive burst damage makes this hero a dangerous threat against squishy targets.
Look at the ban as well. Look at that Valorant ban. That is respect ban on the side of Respect X over there. With the Kadita though, I would like to add on with your previous point. We are having a dangerous grass map, so it does thrive on that map.
It will definitely thrive on that map, especially that they've got an Eve who's very, very stationary, right? That real-time manipulation. The problem with that the problem with that skill is they just if is doesn't have any mobility, you're just stuck there. And with the Kadita and that burst damage and the backline access, she'll be a composition designed to overwhelm Eve through that constant sort of pressure rather than waiting, for a late game scaling. I mean, Moskov pick as well on the side of Respect X. What do you think?
The respect is definitely what you want for this tiebreaker. It's everything is at stake here. It's go big, go home. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
My tail's been itching for a real
hey,
fight.
even though the pressure's on, try not to be desperate.
We'll see. I mean, the high mobility and explosive dives and early game pressure through Fanny and Kadita with Concupiscence pick against the controlled team fights with Respect X, scaling hopefully around Moscow. I mean, the key question for this game will be whether Concupiscence can break through that sort of formation before Moscow reaches his power spikes. I mean, if they can create an early lead, the champion's aggressive composition can become unstoppable. But if Respect X survives the early storm, Moscow would have all the tools needed to punish every mistake. And it is a fascinating battle between the champions and the anomaly.
The poll is up once again, guys. This is the tiebreaker for this series. Who is taking game number 3? Vote on the poll, Concupiscence or Respect X. Come on, guys. This is history.
Now
we are witnessing history.
This is another very interesting addition in Sinok's lineup, the Grok, because this will provide them a very reliable frontline presence while also giving them an early game control. Now, Grok is just one of those heroes, guys, that can completely change the way a team approaches the map due to his ability to create that space, block the pathways, and control the rotation. Now, against Respect X, And Concupiscence, this is another tool for them to protect their carries and disrupt, especially like Moscow positioning or Kufra, you name it. That ability to create the walls will deny movements, can make it much harder for RX to freely kite and set up their ideal team fights.
If you look at the composition of Concupiscence here, the Grok and the Kadita in Dangerous Grass is, well, if there's a different word for Dangerous squared, something much more worse than Dangerous, I would drop it, but that is a lot of potential playmakers that can just melt down the Moscovs, Lucario's Moskov there. I'm seeing a Kufra pick. I think that is a very reactive pick against Stefani. I haven't seen Kufra being, famously picked as well as being super effective. I think there's a lot better picks than that, but hey, you gotta trust at least the decisions of the players. But here we are with a complete drafts. The Suyu is the last pick, and we'll be heading to the land of Dawn soon. What do you
We
think
are.
of the full composition of
The
both
Immortal
teams?
One chose me to vanquish the shadows
Look, honestly,
that
I
plague this
think
world.
Respect X, the control, the mobility, the burst with that Suyu, the Moscow late game, that goal is more to survive the early pressure and punish overextension. While Concupiscence, I think the goal for them is to like overwhelm Respect X before Moscow can fully take over. I mean, the draft is a fascinating clash of styles. I mean, Concupiscence have drafted a composition that wants to run at Respect X, create fights, and never allow them to feel comfortable. So hopefully the key battle will be around the early game, but the question is, can Fanny break open the map before Kufra and Moscow become too difficult to handle? Or can Respect X survive the storm, control the fights, and force the champion into mistakes? We are now into our game 3, match 2. This is Sinnoh versus Respect X, match point.
100%. Game 1, we see the Fanny having no free space whatsoever, but now, will they repeat the same aggression that they see in game 1 with on the side of Respect X? We'll know for sure in the next minutes or so, as Kufra trying to find a Fanny. I saw him go to the red side earlier, but now it's a little bit more chill. There's an interesting atmosphere that I cannot describe. It's just, there's so much unpredictability in this match.
There is, and I'm quite on my edge actually, because as you said earlier from the second game, this is a dynasty that could potentially lose. You've got Kadita with that coming up in the middle game. There's a little bit of happening there, but like you said, there was this earlier, like the dynasty could be gone, and Respect X could also become the new dynasty. When you think about it, Respect X could be, like I said, they're the anomaly.
Right, looks like a bit of clash here in the mid lane here, as the Grok looks like he has... that is weird. I would expect the Grok to have much more resilience. But no first bloods at the moment. A little bit of overextension, but it's still pretty fine. The first turtle will be spawning on the top side, as both teams are pretty much equal.
Right, now we're coming up to the first turtle. We're now coming up with RX positioning themselves. You got Fanny just in the corner there, Kufra with a bouncing ball. This is the problem with this Kufra, that reactive pick that you mentioned earlier. A bouncing ball can severely limit dash heavy heroes like Fanny, but we're about to see in this team fight. Now you got Rock coming in. Oh, that's a big burst from
you got a rough waves there. That's two kills on the side of Concupiscence, as they will also secure the turtle. What a disaster, what a good play on the side of Akita. Here comes tech charge as well, make it 3 and the turtle. What a good start for Concupiscence.
Wow, this is what I'm saying. I think we might be getting a Fanny redemption for
gold lane?
Sinnoh.
Gold lane almost killing the Moskov over there. That is so close with a sliver of health.
We are seeing possibly a good redemption for Fanny. We're now coming up to the mid lane again. There's something happening there, but not quite. I mean, he is just gonna back away here. You got Quiver, he has no bounce. And he's dead, nothing. Kadita with a burst.
Look out.
Flicker out,
but
Concupiscence
he will
getting
die.
it and out.
Ooh, trade.
What an exchange. This is a good trade for the mid. That's okay. That's okay. Sinnoh is currently on a 2k gold lead.
Pretty chill, I would say. Yeah. That's not the best, it's also not the worst.
No.
This is the game, basically.
This is the game. This is the game. Now, we've got RESPECX. They need to come up with something here. Grok being pinned down
I
there.
think that Goron might be out of place there, overextension, but Wex, with the information he knows that the enemy is there. Ooh, look at that! Just blended everybody there. Blender, as I say, and the Kadita as well. Taking another three for the side of Concupiscence there. And it looks like the snowball is starting to form a little bit.
I'm also currently seeing a poll between who's taking the game 3 between Concupiscence and RESPECX, and we can see a 56% vote on Concupiscence, the reigning champion. But guys, like I said, this is anyone's game. We'll find out. I mean, that Suyu could be also dangerous in the late game. Unless Sinnoh could find a way to outgold him, which currently they are, then yes. This could be potentially a Sinnoh's game.
100%, man. I'm enjoying how the redemption is happening on the moment. It looks funny in the draft, but the execution is just perfect. The burst, the crowd control, everything is falling in place, and you're seeing 3 kills per clash as well. Is that the second total, I say? So third? Yeah, that is second total. Secured here by side of Concupiscence. That's right. Just there blending everyone, invading the jungles, and now they're the ones forcing the team fights and getting that snowball that they really want. Oh, tech charge flicker! Oh, Suyu still be able to escape, but damn, but you can see the aggression, the confidence in the gameplay. Concupiscence.
And look at me, about to actually get this mid turret here. I mean, look, Wex is mad. He's angry. I think that he couldn't make this finally work on the first game, but here we are seeing him, like you said, making a triple kill.
Yeah. I think Wex heard me in the draft. It was like, oh, what is that 31st player? No, man, trust me. He heard me, man. He's like, oh, this caster, bro.
I think he did, but look, we gotta also trust RESPECX. That we have to. Yeah. I have also my favorite RESPECX.
Favorite Rekko. Yeah, your favorite.
He's my new favorite. Sorry, Loco, but I got a new favorite XP laner.
Personally, my favorite is the one who's got a girlfriend as a caster, and we all know him by many names. The man of many names. But anyways, back to the game. Ooh, look at that map control on the side of Concupiscence. They're basically living on the jungle of RESPECX, disrespecting RESPECX, in fact. That is red buff there, taken by Uranus with a recall spam as well. They are not giving the space that the Suyu needs to possibly, get the items and get a comeback. This is just total map control, at least on the side of Sinnoh. Turtle spawning top side.
Look at that. There's ways from a Kufra. Kufra's ulti didn't actually work. You've got a bit of a set there from Rock coming in, Fanny coming in, killing in Suyu. Taken down, and that's another double kill for Fanny. Ow, nice. Now
that is nasty.
That is quite nasty, guys. RX, come on, guys. You're the anomaly. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Bro, guys, Marco actually betted 10,000 on RESPECX. He's got a lot of money at stake now, joking. But yeah, free turtle, man.
10,000 what, rupiah?
But yeah, oh god, they're just forcing on invading. They don't even care about the turrets anymore. It's like, we have the HP, we have the burst damage, we're just going to try and, take you out in any way as we can. It doesn't even matter if we're not all together, because the Fanny can just fly anywhere.
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, look, honestly, Even the chat was saying RX was the fan or the favorite during the second match, and I
Yeah.
can see why. It's just they didn't make it work. Yeah, I think Sinnoh actually managed to read their opponents, and they're very good at doing so. Now we got coming into the top lane. You got this Irithel coming in with a big damage against that Moscow Brock with a
bait there.
3-man set.
A bit of a debate there, but Wex, he looks trapped, but he'll be able to escape. That is the Fanny. That is 3 down in exchange for the Uranus, who's just standing by the way. That is a lot of flickers and ultimates wasted for a single pick, only for 3 of you to get taken down. I do not think that's definitely not a good trade, even though you have the, you know, shotgun glow, gold and everything. Man, disrespect is just there.
Yes, and we're definitely seeing that Fanny redemption, guys.
Yeah, 100% man, as I pointed out earlier, a very active pick. You could have picked something different and you chose one of the slowest, at least, in terms of the skill casting and even positioning. But hey, you can still make, you know, CC plays, but that is a mid turret going down in a turret, and the Lord will be spawning. 10 seconds is more clashes happening here in the mid side. Ooh, Wake's coming in. He's flying around. Ooh, nope. He almost got taken out, but nope. Bracco will be the victim. Nice try. And I will predict that they'll be going to the Lord soon. Or, yep, should be.
Yeah, and I just don't feel like Golden Noise is making any attempt here to utilize this Cooper very well against the Fanny. I mean, it's one of Fanny's biggest, and I would say anti sort of hero towards her. Here you go with the Cooper set, nice, with real-time manipulation from Prod. But you got that Grok looking up for the 3-man set. Well, you got the Irritel here, and I feel like it's gonna come up. Now
he got a massive clash in the
set.
top lane here. Ooh, 2 is down on the side of RESPECX there. There is an exchange at least with the Kadita, but there is a Lord that will be marching on the bot lane. Ooh, make that 3, the Suyu taken down. There's just a lot of crowd control and tanking on the side of Concupiscence that they are struggling to take down.
This is not looking good on the side of RESPECX.
Make it off, wipe out. Ooh.
This is not looking good for the side of RESPECX. Looks like this could be the actual end of the anomaly.
They're locking into the tower.
Ooh. At the front door, they are just knocking, but they are not finished yet.
And it looks like it's going to be game. They're locking into the tower, and that is a reverse sweep by the Dynasty. Concupiscence. They have done it again. 2-1. Wow.
Guys, that was an amazing game between these two. Tinox versus RESPECX, and I couldn't ask for more. Now, kudos, man, kudos.
That was
to
it. 13.
Look, it was good. Look. Alright, well, I guess that brings us to the end of an incredible first quarter-final weekend of OCZ Season 3. And first and foremost, guys, a massive congratulations to our 2 teams who have secured their place in the semi-finals. So a huge congratulations to Concupiscence and Infinite Void for overcoming some of the toughest competition in the tournament and earning their spot on the biggest stage. Now, Concupiscence, the reigning champ, once again showed why they have built such a strong legacy with OCC after facing incredible pressure from Game 1 against RESPECX. They demonstrated their championship experience, resilience, and ability to adapt when it mattered most. Their journey continues as they look to defend their title and chase another championship victory. Also, congratulations to Infinite Void, who have fought their way through a competitive bracket and proven that they belong among the very best. Their consistency, teamwork, and determination throughout the tournament have earned them this opportunity, and now they stand one series away from becoming OCZ Season 3 champions. We also would like to thank our. We would also like to extend our deepest appreciation to RESPECX and Desolators for your incredible performances throughout the season. Now, while your journey ends here, we do. They both have contributed memorable moments to OCC Season 3 and should be proud of the battles they brought to the competition. Thank you for your dedication and sportsmanship and commitment. Now, to every team that has participated in this season so far, also, thank you for being a part of OCC Season 3. Every player, supporter is what helped you guys make us the tournament what it is today. Also, a special shout out goes to all our staff. Thank you to our moderators, our live stream director, and also to our shoutcaster for tonight, Ibarra. Thank you so much. Uh, Good having you back, man. Good having you back. Thank you so much. Now, that's it. Thank you. Thank you. Now, like I said, thank you to everyone from to all our viewers as well. Thank you. And once again, we apologize for a little bit of the low quality of the production for tonight. As we said, we were experiencing some understaffing, but thank you for tuning in and cheering in for your favorite teams. Sharing that excitement, continuing to support us, our community, whether you watch every match or join us for the first time tonight, we really truly do appreciate you being part of this journey. Now, the quarterfinals are not yet complete. We still have a couple of games coming up for tomorrow before the finalists are locked in. Now, the question is, who will rise above the rest and become the champion of OCC Season 3? We'll see you all tomorrow again. Good night, everyone, and thank you for supporting us. This is OCC Season 3, Rise from Greatest Depths.